For members of the media on the call, please press star 1 at this time to get in the queue to ask questions for head coach Blake Anderson of Arkansas State. Coach, before we get to that, your thoughts on last Thursday's game against Georgia State?
Well, a tough challenge for us to travel on a short week to play, Georgia State. Felt like their defense was playing as good or better than anybody in the league, and that proved to be true. And we talked all week about trying to find a way to win collectively as a team, and I thought that's what our guys did. We obviously made some huge plays in the special teams phase. Defense played great, and offense moved the ball really well from 20 to 20. We just struggled in the red zone, but when we had to, we found ways to push the ball in the end zone and get a win, which tough road win against I think a lot better opponent than their record indicates. So proud of the guys, and moves us to 4-0 in the conference play, which keeps us in control of our own destiny. And we're just trying to improve and get better. A different challenge this week with New Mexico State coming here. It's our last home game of the year. And be senior day, a lot of things going on. They've gotten healthy over the course of the year and got maybe the best running back in the league back on the field. And it'll be a different team than we saw a year ago with both the quarterback being healthy, and we didn't play against him last year. So we need to improve and find a way to get a win in conference play and keep moving forward.
Hey, Coach, what stands out to you when you look ahead at this New Mexico State team?
I thought when we played them last year, I thought their O-line did a great job of creating space for Rose, and he's obviously dynamic, and think he's definitely one of the best running backs in the league, if not in the country. And they've been without him a good bit of the year, so we're gonna have to stop the run and control him as best we can. I think they're well coached, and Coach Martin and his crew. I don't know that I think it's similar to last week. I don't know that their record is truly a great sign of what they've been. They've been through a lot of injuries, and I think we're catching them at a time when they're getting healthy and guys are playing that can really impact the game. So to us, we gotta be all hands on deck and find a way to get a team victory.
And Coach, one more question before we get to questions from the media. Special Teams Player of the Week was Blaze Taylor this week from your team. What can you really say about his performance on Thursday night?
Well, he's been consistent all year, both at corner and in special teams play. He makes good decisions in both areas and is able to get other guys on the right page. A lot of communication that he does on defense, and just always know that in the back end as a punt returner, he's going to make really good choices. He's willing to let the ball bounce when it needs to. He's able to come up and catch balls in traffic and keep it from rolling, which is hidden yardage that you don't talk about a lot, but you also know he's capable when the opportunity presents itself, which it did this week, to create some explosive returns. And we knew going in that they'd struggle with their punt team. They'd had some snap issues that were of concern, and we were able to make a play there. But also, if we could field the ball, that we felt like that we could get the ball out on the perimeter. That their coverage was a little bit tight, and that we felt like we could break containment and create some explosives. And both returns were big, none bigger than the touchdown, and that's just we always feel comfortable that if we can give him a little bit of space, that Blaze is going to do some big things with the ball, and he did again this time.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go to our first questions from Matt Roberson with the Jonesboro Sun.
Morning, Coach. How are you?
Good. Morning.
Just could you describe the style or the type of runner that Larry Rose is, kind of what you will face? Is he a power back or kind of a speed guy? What do you guys expect to see?
Well, I think he's a good combination of both. I mean, you've seen him break tackles when need be, and he obviously has the speed to go the distance. I think he's a complete back. He catches the ball well. He's willing to step up and protect the quarterback when he needs to. I just think he's a really good, solid quality back, and they do a great job of utilizing him. He's tough to defend. Like I said, I think they're a completely different team with him healthy than they were without, and so I think we're seeing a different team at this point than a lot of people saw earlier in the year.
Yes. In what ways do you think their offense will change? It looks like they've been throwing a lot of passes previously. Do you think that changes their offensive philosophy with him coming in?
Well, definitely. When you got a guy like that, you want to get him plenty of touches. So whether you're handing it to him or throwing it to him, you want to get him oiled up and let him go. And we fully expect that we're going to have to know where he's at and get bodies around him all day. I still think they've always kind of been balanced, but when they've had him healthy and he's been on the field, they're willing to get it to him in a lot of different ways. And so we'll have to know where he's at all day. And he seems to be one of those guys that gets better as the day goes on. He just, the more he touches it, the more he sees things. He's got the ability to break one at any point. To me, he's one of the best backs we see all year.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much, Matt. And that's all the questions looks like we have for today. Coach, thanks again, as always, for your time this morning.
Thanks.